Good morning, everyone. Yeah, welcome to Galad Science Academy. So, in our today class, we are going to treat kinematics in physics. Kine what? Kinematics in what? In physics. If you look at kinematics, it's one of the physics chapters, and the kinematics is subtopic under a branch of physics called mechanics. Called what? Mechanics. As this. So mechanics is one of the branches of physics that is contained the word kinematics. So before we move to the what to the particle kinematics, let me define mechanics. So mechanics is a branch of physics that deal with a body or a particle that have tendency to what? To move. This aspect of what? Of physics that deal with what? The study of a body that have tendency to what? To move. We call it what? Mechanics, a branch of physics. And the mechanics now divided into what? Into two parts. What do we have? We have what we call what? Another branch of mechanics. We have what we call kinetics. And the second one, we have what we call what? Statics. So, like I said, the mechanics deal with what? The tendency of an object, deal with study of a body that have tendency to what? To move. And the mechanics branch into two parts. We have kinetics and then what? Statics. Every object that have what? Ability to move. We study them under what? Mechanics. So it's now branch into two parts, kinetics and what? And statics. And this kinetic is what? Is the study of object in what? In motion. Study of what? Of object in motion or a body in motion is called what? Kinetics. Where static is study of what? Of body at what? At rest. The study of an object in motion is called kinetics. But study of an object at rest is called what? Statics. And this kinetics is now divided into two parts. We have what we call what? They are into two parts. We have kinematics and we have dynamic. So this is kinematic, the part of kinematics. So the part of kinematic is a branch of what? Of kinetics. We deal with what? The study of body in what? In motion. Without referring to the causes of what? Of motion. Here is deal with what? Study of the what? Of the body in what? In motion. Without referring to the what? The cause of what? Of motion. Where this dynamic is the study of what? Of object in motion and referring to the what? To the force that causes the body to what? To move. In this aspect, we are dealing with what? The study of object in motion. The body is moving. But we are less concerned about the what? What caused the body to move? Kinematics. But in dynamic, the body is in what? In motion, is moving. We are studying the body in what? In motion, body is moving, and then we are also studying what caused the body to what? To move. Dynamic. But aspect of physics that deal with what? The study of an object or a body or a particle that is moving without referring to the causes of the what? Of the motion is called kinematics. But the aspect of what? Of the physics that deal with study of an object or a body in motion and referring to the cause of what? Of motion. What caused the body to move is what? Dynamic. So in this what? Kinematics is the aspect of physics that deal with what? Study of what? Of equation of what? Equation of motion. equation of what? Of motion, where we have what we call speed, we have velocity, we have as a what? Acceleration. So these are the, and we also have distance and displacement. These are the parameters. Let me put what? The what? Displacement here. So these are the what? The parameters that we study under what? Kinematics. But in dynamic, it is study of what, as I said, object in motion and the causes of the what? Of the motion. What caused the body to move? Which is what? Force. So in this dynamic, we have what we call what? Newton's law. Law of what? Of motion. Where what? The statics is the study of body at rest. This one, we have what we call what? Force equilibrium, or equilibrium of what? Of forces. So this is what? The branches of mechanics we have in what? In physics. So out of this branch now, our major interest for this class is what? What? Kinematics. Yeah, what is kinematics? So kinematics is a branch of what? Of physics that deal with the study of what? Of objects in motion without referring to the causes of what? Of motion. So the study of any object that is in motion is called kinematics without what? Referring to the what? What caused the what? The body to what? To move. And under this kinematics, we have what? Motion. So let us start from what? Motion. So what is motion? So the word motion is the change in position or location of an object with respect to time. So the change in what? In position of an object from change the position of an object from one point to what? Another with respect to what? To time is called what? Motion. Which is what? The movement of an object from one place to another with respect to time is known as what? As motion. And let us look at what types of motion. So in this class, we are going to look at what? The 6 types of what? Of motion, which include number 1, general what? Motion. Number 2, we have circular motion. Number 3, we have vibratory motion. Call it oscillatory motion. Oscillatory, can also call it what? Vibratory what? Motion. We also have what we call rotational motion. We have random motion. The last one we have rolling motion. So those are the six types of motion we are going to treat in this class. So the first one is what? Translational motion. So translational motion, it is the motion of an object along a straight line. So the motion of what? Of an object along a what? A straight line is called what? Translational what? Motion. And this motion is also called rectilinear motion. Rectilinear what? Motion. You can also call it what? Rectilinear motion, translational motion, because it's what? It's the motion of an object along the what? Along a straight line. You can see it that assume this is a what? An horizontal what? Horizontal floor. So if a body is decide, if we have a ball like this, I now try to what? To throw this ball up in this form. To this point, assume this point is what? A. Here is what? Point what? B. So for a body, a ball to move up like this, you can order that what? The motion of this ball from this point A to point B is a straight line. Is a what? A straight line. This kind of motion, you call it what? Rectilinear what? Motion. For every other that's travel through a straight what? A straight line, the kind of motion is called it what? Rectilinear motion or translational what? Motion. Or we can call it what? Linear what? Linear motion. So this body that moves from A to B here is what? Is a rectilinear motion. Or we have a body that is what? A ball. We have, let me say, we have an what? Inclined plane here. B is a what? Inclined plane. True angle what? Angle theta. And then we now try to what? To put a what? A ball here. And this ball move from what? Point A to another point what? B here. So the motion of this ball from this point what? A to what? Point B here is also in what? In a straight line. This kind of motion is also what? Translational motion. Or if a body or a man move from this point A to this point what? B here is also what? Linear motion. In summary, so if any object move like this from this point to what? Another point what? B here. So this kind of motion is called what? Linear motion. The tendency of an object to move on a straight line is called linear motion. If you travel from here to market, it's linear motion. So that is what? Translational what? Motion. And this translational motion can be classified into what? Into three. Classified into how many? Into three. The first one, we have what we call what? We have what we call horizontal motion. Horizontal what? Horizontal linear what? Motion. The second one, we have what we call what? We have what we call vertical. Vertical linear what? Linear motion. The third one, we have what we call what? Inclined motion in inclined plane. We call it what? Motion in what? Inclined plane. So when object is what? Is moving, I throw it vertically upward like this. It's a straight line what? A straight line motion. Abi? It's a straight line what? Motion. But it's in a vertical form. That is what? Vertical linear motion. If I'm moving like this now, on a straight line, like this one is called what? Horizontal linear motion. But if it's what? The body move like this, in inclined plane like this, we call it what? Motion in inclined plane. So we are going to treat the three types of what? Of translational motion. The next type of motion we have now is what? Is circular what? Motion. Talking of circular what? Circular motion. So the circular motion is the motion of an object along a circular what? Path. When a motion or object moving along a what? A circular path with constant speed is called circular what? Circular motion. See, now, if you have what? Object to move along what? This circular path. So this kind of motion, we call it what? Circular what? Circular motion. So the motion of what? Of an object along what? This circular path, we call it what? A circular what? Circular motion. And it has a what? Is this point here, which is what? The center. And here we have radius. We also have what? Radius here. Here we have theta, which serves as what? Angular what? Difference. So the motion of what? Of any object along a what? A circular path, we call it what? A circular motion. Where the motion of an object along a straight line, be it vertical, be it horizontal, be it in a inclined plane, is called translational what? Motion or rectilinear what? Motion. But any object that moves along what? A circular path like this, we call it what? A circular what? Motion. Example of circular motion, we have what? Planets moving around the sun. The motion of what? Of planet around the sun is a circular motion. And we also have what? Earth around the what? Around the sun. So the motion of what? Of Earth around the what? Around the sun is also what? A circular motion. We have a moving car. Moving of what? Of a moving car around a circular track. Circular what? Track is also what? A circular motion. So any object that's moving along a what? A circular track or path, we call it what? A circular what? Circular motion. And the next type of motion we have now is what? Is oscillatory what? Oscillatory motion. This oscillatory motion, we can also call it what? Periodic what? Periodic motion or vibratory what? Vibratory motion. What is periodic motion? The periodic motion or oscillatory what? Motion. So periodic what? Motion or what? Oscillatory motion. Oscillatory motion. You can also call it what? Periodic what? Motion. Is the to and fro movement of an object. The what? To and fro movement of an object. You call it what? Oscillatory what? Motion. Assume, look at my hand now. This is what? The fixed point of the hand. Shift it like this. Come back like this. Move like this. That is what? Oscillatory. So, and this oscillatory motion, you can find it in what? In a common physics experiment called simple what? Pendulum. The motion of what? Of simple pendulum is called oscillatory what? Motion. Example of this oscillatory motion, we have it in what? As a motion of what? Simple pendulum. have what? Simple what? Simple pendulum. So if you look at the motion of simple pendulum, you will observe that what? You will attach a pendulum bulb to the what? To a ceiling. This is the original point or position of the what? Of the bulb. If you now apply force to touch this what? This bulb, you will observe that what? The bulb will be what? Undergo displacement. It will shift like this, get to this point, abi? And we also observe that what? The bulb can also shift like this. Observe that what? So here now, you will now see that the bulb is what? Is moving. It will go up like this and go like this. It will go and up. So this kind of motion, that is what? We call it what? Vibratory motion or oscillatory what? Motion. And then we can also have what? Oscillatory motion in wave. Wave what? Wave motion. So in the wave motion, you can use this graph to represent what? Wave motion is to what? To and fro. So wave motion is look like this. The wave is going up, down, up, down. You can see that what? It's going up, down, going up. It vibrates. So this kind of motion means what? Wave is oscillatory motion. The to and fro movement of what? Of an object. For a body to move what? Left and right, or up and what? Down. You can also look at what? Heartbeat. The heartbeat is also example of what? Of oscillatory what? Oscillatory motion. And the next one that we are going to treat now is what? Is rotational what? Rotational motion. Rotational motion. So this is a motion of an object or a body about a what? A fixed point. That is what? Rotational motion. Is a motion of an object about a what? A fixed point. We call it what? Rotational motion. This oscillatory is to and fro movement, up and down, or left and right. But rotational is what? Motion of an object about a what? A fixed point. Is rotational what? Object. The example of rotational object we have what? The rotation of what? Of electric what? Electric fan. So the motion we experience in what? In electric fan is rotational what? Motion. Is not what? Oscillatory motion, and is not what? Circular what? Circular motion. So the motion of what? Of Earth about its what? The motion or rotation of the what? Of Earth about its what? Its fixed axis or the fixed point is also what? Rotational what? Motion. So this is the motion of an object about a what? A fixed point, and it's very common in what? In an electric fan blade. And we also have it to what? The motion of what? Of Earth about its what? Its fixed point. And the next one is random motion. If you are talking about random what? Motion. The random motion is the irregular movement of an object. So the motion of an object, or the irregular movement of what? Of an object, you call it what? Random what? Random motion. And this is also called what? Bromia what? Motion. Is the zigzag movement of what? Of an object. That is what? Random motion. And this kind of motion, you can find it in what? The motion of what? Of gas what? Gas molecule. And it's also called what? Bromia what? Motion. So the irregular movement of an object, we call it what? Random motion. Or the motion of what? Of an object in zigzag manner, that when the object is moving like this, without know what? Specific what? Direction, is what? Is random motion. Please, once again, translational motion is the kind of motion that is occur on a straight line, be it vertical, horizontal, or inclined, but must be in a straight line. But if objects move or travel on a what? In a regular pattern, in a zigzag what manner, we call it what? Random motion. If an object is what? Is moving up and down, or left and right, is to what? To and fro, go and come, we call it what? Oscillatory motion. But if an object is moving along a what? Along a circular path, we call it what? A circular motion. When an object is moving about a what? A this point, we call it what? Rotational what? Motion. This kind of motion can be found in what? In the motion of what? Of electric what? Electric fan. This oscillatory motion can be found in the what? In a drum. When you are beating drum like this with two sticks, the drum skin will be what? Will vibrate up and what? Up and down. It's also what? Oscillatory what? Oscillatory motion. But the last one here, we call it what? Rolling motion. The rolling motion is a kind of what? Of motion that is combined linear what? Linear motion with circular what? Circular motion. So the rolling motion is a motion that is what? Combined of what? Of linear motion and circular what? Circular motion. Take for example now, as though we have a what? A inclined plane like this. Abi, this is horizontal plane, and we have a inclined here, and then we have a what? A drum. A drum of what? Drum of oil. Drum of what? Of oil, and then you want to what? Move it down here. So by moving this drum of oil down the what? The plane, you will observe that the drum himself will be undergo what we call what? Circular what? Circular motion. It will be rolling. Abi? So when drum is what? Is rolling, it's undergo circular motion, and then the drum will be what? Will be moving down the what? The plane like this. It's also undergo what? Linear motion. So when drum is rolling along the inclined plane, and it's also moving down the what? The inclined plane, this kind of motion is called rolling motion. It's a motion that is composed of what? Both what? Linear motion and what? And a circular what? Circular motion. So that is all about the what? The types of what? Of motion. So the next aspect now we are going to treat is what? Is the parameters used in what? In a motion, which is what? Kinematics.